build your personal brand, put out valuable content, put out informative content that people want to watch, right? And build up a library of content. Now, it's a balance between spending too much time behind the camera and actually doing deals.
Michael Magee, great to get you back on the Rebel Agent podcast.
Thanks, Dave. Back in the hot seat.
Yeah. So I think it's 6 months since you were last on. It's been a fantastic 6 months, which we'll get into. But what I was thinking was you came out to Dubai 3 years ago, I think, nearly 3 years
Nearly
ago.
3 years ago. Came out in October 3 years ago.
Perhaps you could just tell the story for those that didn't see the first podcast.
Really, yeah. In a nutshell, I had been a developer in London and decided that I didn't want to develop anymore. I'd had enough of it, and I came out to Dubai in 2022, October, joined Haus, worked in their secondary division for around 4 or 5 months. Great experience, great learning experience, but then moved on to Phoenix because I wanted more flexibility to work anywhere and have the freedom to do sales, leasing, and across all markets, I guess. And then I think we met at a training course.
Yes, we did.
A RERA training course, and you planted the seed of eXp in my brain. And a year later, I joined eXp, and it's now my 1 year anniversary at eXp in September. So it's gone so fast. I can't believe we're a year in, but so much has happened since then, I think.
Yeah, well, I got involved with eXp in the UK. Yeah. And incredibly, now it's the number one agency there in terms of transaction volume. Yeah. In just 6 years, ahead of Foxtons, ahead of Connells, ahead of Purple Brick. So I felt that in Dubai, when we opened here, that there was going to be a huge opportunity, and I was able to persuade you.
Yeah,
so maybe you can talk. Maybe you can talk through what you've liked about it and how it's
worked.
What
I've liked about it? Well, you know what? First, what initially attracted me to eXp was just the fact that I could earn 100% commission. And that is, for me, that was the thing that got me on board. The fact that, because we have this cap at eXp, which is once you've done $500,000 dirhams worth of gross commission, your commission split goes from 80-20 to 100% effectively. And that was the most appealing thing to me from the get-go. And the way I looked at it was that I could stay at the previous agency I was at for 2 or 3 years. And when I worked out what I would be giving them in commission, I could probably buy a 1-bedroom flat in 3 years with the commission that I would have given to the company. And really, the benefits that eXp offer me, with not just the commission, but the stock options, the global network, and the ability for me to build a team and earn a revenue from the team's revenue was, I knew about it when I joined, but it wasn't what I was focused on. I was focused on the commission, but I very soon realized that was a big part of it, but it wasn't the whole picture. And that's why I'm so gung ho on eXp. What it offers agents is second to none.
And what you've come to realize is once you've brought those agents in, you don't actually have to manage them. You can help, and you're the sort of guy who has been helping them out. And
look, the key thing about bringing agents in, so when I got to Dubai, my aspirations were that I would set my own agency up, right? I've always been an entrepreneur. I've never worked for anybody. I think the first company I technically worked for in the last 25 years was Haus. But it was, for me, I always wanted to run my own agency. But what I saw through working at other agencies was the challenge of recruitment and keeping agents with you once you've got them. Now, of course, some of the big agencies have been very good at that, and fair play to them. But for really good agents who are making good commissions, they'll go where the money is, right? They'll go where the high commission is, and that's where, that's why I joined eXp. So when I thought about running my own agency, what stopped me was the cost of recruitment and the cost of losing agents and always having to recruit. This churn rate that a lot of the big agencies have is just this constant churn of agents. So when I understood the eXp model, I realized that I could work at eXp, I could build a team and earn a passive revenue from them. I'm tax-free, so I don't have to pay corporation tax either, whereas if I had my own agency, I would be paying corporation tax. Yep. And I have the global support, or I have the support of a global company that is listed on the NASDAQ, right? Which is not to be underestimated.
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at all the regulatory hoops you've got to jump through,
absolutely.
The licensing, the regulation, setting up bank accounts, doing another course, a RERA course for a brokerage.
Not only that,
and it can take 6 months to get everything. So,
and not only that, you're now in the management role of running a company.
Exactly.
You're not doing deals, and I love doing deals. I love helping my investors either secure investments or find villas or homes for themselves. And so I didn't want to give that up, and that's why I felt that eXp is a superior choice for an agent who is entrepreneurial and wants to continue to do deals than setting up my own agency. I didn't want to be a manager of admin and staff and all of that comes with it.
Yeah. And the fact that we're in 28, 29 countries, currently opening about 3 a year, and with 80 to 90,000 agents worldwide, it gives great buying power. So we can purchase CRMs or get deals with the portals or with Slack or with Canva Pro, which is all thrown in. And I know eXp pay a fraction of the normal price for these things. They just pass
it on to us, so we get all of that benefit. So it's good. I mean, you touched on the global network as well. I've since joining eXp, I've made over $50,000 in referrals from other eXp agents around the world. Agents that have brought clients to me, and I've helped them secure investments in Dubai. And that's incredible.
Yeah, because Dubai is a world city, isn't it? It's very much on the, everyone knows about it throughout the globe. And with all these referrals you can get, and we got a framework in which to do that, which is like an A2A form for agents in Dubai. They understand that. And then the commission is dispersed by eXp. And you've made a success of it, and plenty of other agents in Dubai with eXp have done exactly the same.
Yeah, so it's just it's a really superior model to anything I've seen anywhere else, and the group of people that we work with is fantastic. So yeah, it's good. I love it, and so it's been a very good 12 months for me, and I've got 10 in my team now, with another handful ready to join, and my goal is to have that up to 25 agents by the end of the year.
Wow. Yeah. That's I'll hold you to that.
Yeah. We've got a bet on, actually.
Well, we have a bet on,
yeah. So
which I'm losing at the moment. Yeah. Okay. I need to work harder. We talked about global. You've been to a couple of international events. No, one international event.
I'm about to go to the Miami eXp Con in October. But yes, I went back to Europe for the summer and went to eXp Con in Barcelona. I had a holiday with my kids the week before, and then went to Barcelona, and then had another holiday in Mallorca with my partner, and her and I spent some time in Spain. But the eXp Con in Barcelona was eye-opening to. It was so good to meet international agents worldwide and get an opportunity to network with these people and face-to-face meetings and just really get to know them. And these agents have traveled from all over the world to come to Barcelona, so they're serious about their business. And I'm in talks with a number of the agents that I met there about working with them and their clients to invest in Dubai and learn more about the market here.
Yeah, and you look at the other agencies here in Dubai. They haven't really got this reach, have they?
No, they have. Simple. They don't have the reach. I mean, the likes of Savills and Knight Frank have got, international reach, and they've got, a very credible brand, but they just don't have the international reach. I have got the ability to, if I have a client who's expressed interest in buying in Spain or Puerto Rico or New York, I have the ability to find an agent within ours and introduce that agent to my clients or vice versa. And it's game changing.
Yeah, there's agencies like Sotheby's or Keller Williams, but they're effectively franchise models. So, and that makes a difference. Whereas we're just one brand with one head office in the US. And I think that makes a massive difference. And then just talking about these eXp cons, there's 3 or 4 every year, isn't there? One coming up are you going to Cape Town possibly?
I haven't decided on Cape Town yet, but I'm definitely going to Miami. I think Miami.
Paris next summer.
Paris, yes. Paris in June, I think. So I'll most likely go to Paris. It suits us because obviously it's over the summer, so we get out of Dubai and it's a good excuse. But yeah, Paris for sure. Cape Town, I love Cape Town. I love South Africa, so it's quite possible I will go. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat Cape Town, but Miami is going to be exciting. There'll be over 5,000 agents, mostly from the US, although there'll be a lot flying in internationally. And again, another opportunity to network and get your brand in front of a lot of agents who wouldn't necessarily see or hear about the Dubai market, and it's a chance to network and sell property. So yeah, it's the eXp cons. It's a big investment. It's not cheap to take time out and to fly over there and spend time in hotels and all the rest of it. But after going to eXp Con Barcelona, it's without doubt worth the investment, in my opinion.
And you spoke at a couple of presentations.
I was lucky enough to be on stage twice, so it was good for my exposure to get there, and I was very lucky to be able to.
Presumably, you were talking about Dubai,
luxury property and the luxury market. So I was sharing stages. I shared the stage with 2 or 3 other agents. One from Mexico who was a very successful eXp agent in the luxury segment in Mexico, and another very successful agent in London who does a lot of luxury stuff, and myself. And then we had, I think Leo was interviewing us. Leo Pareja.
The CEO. Yeah. And Leo's one of a number of people who are right at the top. He's actually CEO, but all the top guys, they've all been agents themselves.
Yeah.
And that is very different from not necessarily different from Dubai agencies, but if you compare it with UK or US, they're just corporate figures, a lot of them, aren't they? They're directors who sit on various boards who are running these companies. Glenn, our founder, Leo, Adam in the UK.
All very successful, hugely successful agents. Yeah. What I love about eXp is, they're a massive organization now. There's no getting away from it. We got 89,000 agents, and there is, it's in 27 countries around the world, right? So you would think a big tanker like that would be very slow to shift to changes within the market or to adapt new strategies or new technologies. Not the case. Like, it's unbelievable how quickly Glenn pushes new things down the line and implements things. Whenever he sees something that's working in other agencies that are significantly smaller, he takes that and he applies it to eXp, and it's so fascinating to see how he has grown that business from
very adaptable.
So adaptable. And Glenn's a technologist, so he's massively into the improving or making agents' lives easier by implementing tech within the business. So it's exciting. It's a really exciting model to be part of.
And we met him, didn't we? He came out. We
met him in Dubai. Yeah, I met him in Barcelona. He was floating around in Barcelona, chatting to people.
Very accessible.
Yeah, how many other global companies could you literally sit down with the owner and have a coffee with them at a conference? He's a gentleman. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the biggest shareholder, but you mentioned we're all owners of the company.
That's true. Yeah, I mean,
we've all got shares. As soon as you do your first deal, you get shares. Yeah. If you bring somebody in, you get extra shares.
So this is the thing that I say to agents who I'm talking to about bringing into eXp or recruiting, and it's often, agents don't like to move. They won't move just for a slightly better improvement in commission, right? But when you start to talk to them about what their retirement plan is, one of the things I've said to some of the agents is, has your company talked to you about your retirement plan? And they're like, no, what do you mean? And it's like, well, okay, well, if they're not talking to you about your retirement plan, you are their retirement plan, right? I like that. You are helping them retire or sell and create value in their business. At eXp, I have shares within the business. I have a passive revenue from my downline and from my revenue share, and that, as I grow that and build on that, that will last for as long as I'm at eXp. And that a lot of agents don't realize how much that difference can make over 3, 5, 10 years. And if you're an agent and you're making good money, why are you leaving money on the table? Yeah. Why are you giving money away
if you're an agent 50-50, 60-40, you're effectively paying 40 or 50% to the company.
Yeah, and look, some companies will counter and say, yeah, but we provide leads, or yeah, we provide snooker tables in our pool, in our staff room, and we got ping pong and DJ boxes. Great, that's all right. If that's what you want, stay there and play your snooker and play your ping pong and listen to cool music. But for agents that can generate their own business, that can...
well, you say that, but we can get a lot of business from these international colleagues, can't we?
100%, so. But you got to go out and find it. It doesn't land on come in and land on your lap. You got to go out and put yourself out there. So the market, but it's a really unique situation that eXp agents find themselves in, especially in Dubai, because we've got such a focus internationally on the region that it's very easy to get business from international agents if you just push yourself and get out there and talk to international agents. And that's why going to the eXp cons and networking within the network is so valuable.
Or just doing, you've done webinars as well, haven't you? Successfully.
Most of the webinars I do are focused at investors, sure. I will do webinars for agents. That is my plan. I just need a few more hours in the day.
Yeah, you're flat out. I'm lucky to get you on. So, yeah, you were talking there about for agents that do have a network and do have leads. Virtually every guest I've had on this podcast talks about the importance of personal branding, which you need to build up even if you are working for another agency. And a lot of them have done it very well. Yeah. So they can bring that personal brand across and get this very high commission split, can't
100%.
You get a free website with a personal website with eXp.
So that's coming in September. But to touch on the branding, or to go into the branding, that was what was another thing that was so attractive to me, is that you can brand your name, your company, whatever you want as you, and it's powered by eXp. Right. And so you can build that brand within your network and within your own personal network and within your client base. And they will just see Michael Magee, or they will see Quintessentially Estates, or they will see whatever your brand is, but it's powered by eXp, and it's got the support of that global network underneath us or above us. So branding is so important in real estate. And a lot of agents who are working at the other agencies in Dubai know that, right? And they have, you can see the successful ones on Instagram, on YouTube, and they are killing it, right? They are absolutely killing it. So here's my question. Why are you giving away such a large percentage of your commission whenever you've already established yourself as a brand? You're already bringing in your business. You don't need to give this chunk of commission back to the agency because they have a broker license and they've got a fancy office and they've got apartments and boats. The directors have got apartments and boats in Dubai Harbour and on the Palm. You know what I mean? It's like you're making them rich. So if you've been smart enough to build your own brand, then you really need to question where your brand should be and where you should be placing your business.
And quite a few agents, we touched on setting up your own agency before, earlier in the conversation. But if you do set that agency up, it's not easy to get the staff, because either if it's a new agency and you're small, you're going to have to pay a high commission, more than the 50 or 60%.
Why would anybody join you?
Well, exactly. So you've got to go higher, and then it just becomes more difficult to be profitable. Right. You might then need investments. You're going to lose control up to a point, whereas you can control your whole brand, your whole business within eXp and keep the vast majority of the commission and have the opportunity, as we've said before, to bring in other agents and benefit from their commission.
As eXp grows, and I have already seen it with my team of agents, that the bigger that team grows, the more collaboration there is between each other and the other eXp agents, and it's a virtuous circle, right? It just means that there is this trusted network within good, experienced agents within Dubai. And often you hear, and I complain about it all the time, where you reach out to agents on Property Finder and they'll say, sorry, we don't work with other agents, right? I know the reason why, because other agents sometimes can be assholes, right? And they're unprofessional and whatnot. And I understand why a lot of agents say I won't work with agents, right? But it's not the right way to do business. Collaboration in the property market or in the real estate market is all about working with trusted agents, and that's what we have within eXp. We can trust the agents that we work with, and hopefully we can start to, that'll change within the market as more and more people see the benefit of collaboration.
And that's within Dubai. But you and I were on a video call a couple of nights ago with an American guy, Rich Tomasini, who is just a little bit above us in the upline with the network marketing model. And the number of nuggets he gave and the valuable information was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think Rich joined eXp in 2017 or 18.
Yeah.
Maybe 17 or 18. Yeah. And he has 2,000 or 3,000 agents now. I think 2,500 agents underneath him. And the revenue share that he's getting from those agents is huge, right? He's not doing deals anymore. He's just recruiting. But what struck me was that even with a small network of agents, you can generate a very, very substantial passive income from your network. And, you don't have to have 2,000 or 3,000 agents. 20, 30 agents can make all the difference in terms of your monthly revenue share. So, yeah, I mean, it's really interesting to see or to hear the American agents talk about how you can grow your business. And I think you can really take a leaf from their book in terms of their vision and their say what you like about the Americans, they do things big, and when they do it, they go full on. So it's really exciting to be a part of.
And that call we did, that's a monthly thing. So we get various American agents on, mainly Americans, and it's so valuable. You touched on collaboration. eXp is all about collaboration.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just to one of the things that I love as well is that the referral network works really smoothly. So if I have a client who wants to buy something in Portugal, for example, I can reach out to one or two agents that I have built a personal relationship with in Portugal, and we will agree a commission split on the fee that they will get whenever they buy. So the referral goes to my colleague in Portugal, and there is a document that's signed between me and the agent in Portugal, and that goes to head office. And when the money comes in, the split that we agreed on the day that we discussed the deal goes to the agent in Portugal, and then the split comes to me in Dubai, and it's seamless. Right, it's seamless, and it's another stress that you don't have to worry about. I don't have to chase paperwork. I don't have to chase invoices.
Well, the admin team is phenomenal here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shout out to Myra and her team, and also to Dounia, who heads up the Dubai operation. She's been brilliant, and eXp do pick great leaders. Adam Day in the UK, Dounia, Fadi here. Those are the two we know. But I think throughout the world, each country has a really good leader.
Yeah, and I've got to meet some of them over in Barcelona, and and it's really important just to network with, not just the country leaders, but with the agents underneath them. So yeah, it's great.
It's exciting. Before I let you go, you're really successful with the personal branding. Have you got any advice that you would want to put out there for agents?
So my advice is build your personal brand, put out valuable content, put out informative and content that is that people want to watch, right? And build up a library of content. Now, it's a balance between spending too much time behind the camera and actually doing deals. But you know what? You got to work weekends. You got to put the hours in. You got to build that content up and just be consistent, right? And I think that's where a lot of people fail, is the consistency in producing content. One of the guys in my team, Matt, has recently joined eXp, and I think he's pumped out nearly 30 or 40 videos in the last month, and
they're good quality,
they're excellent quality. Yeah. And so.
But you don't have to be great. I mean, I would just encourage people to start, get it going.
You don't have to be great, but you do have to provide value. And it doesn't have to be production quality videos, but it does have to be valuable. And that's what he's been able to do, is provide really good content.
But I bet he's done some poor ones in the past before. He looks like a guy that's sort of come
He's got a lot of experience behind the camera, to be fair. But at the same time, he saw that niche and he's really owned it. And
he's doing well.
And so I think it's really important to not just follow the herd, and the herd is definitely about the herd of agents that you see a lot of the similar content out there, and I think you need to really focus on the value and the detail and providing valuable information to clients, because you might not get as many views, you might not get as many followers, but the ones that you do get, those are the ones that you want. I post, and I'm talking from experience, because I got a video that is now 5,000 views short of 1 million, and I have not got one lead from it. But it was a controversial, in a sense, video that got people talking and sharing, and all of a sudden it just took off. Not one lead. Not one lead. So,
but it built your followers up, which might help.
Maybe, but it's great, but it doesn't actually make me money.
Take your point.
So value over quality, but consistency all throughout.
People love that last LinkedIn post you did. Maybe it's not the last one. You did one a couple of weeks ago with your daughters. Which was I think got 200-300 reactions.
Very proud of them both. They're one's off to university in Newcastle, and the other's off to Australia, traveling. And
she got first class honors
in international business. So my youngest actually said to me the other day, "Dad, can I come with you to Miami?" And I was like, "No. When you work for me, you can come with me to Miami." So
you're going to recruit.
So I could well see her going into real estate, but she's got a few years of university to get through first.
Yeah. Well, that's been great. Was there anything else you wanted to cover?
No, thanks for having me back on, Dave. It's been great.
I'm so glad you made the decision to come on board, and it's worked out well.
I am as well, and it's exciting. So let's see if I can hit my 25 agent target by the end of the year.
I fully believe you will. And for people that want to get hold of you, if they just Google Michael Magee Dubai.
I think if they Google Michael Magee Dubai, yes, they will find me, or LinkedIn or Instagram,
and have a conversation about investing or joining eXp.
Yeah, and if there's, look, I'm looking for experienced agents, right? I'll be honest, I don't want somebody who's never sold property or has very limited experience in Dubai. I'm looking for agents that have got a track record, that can bill, and that have the ability to work on their own and generate their own leads. Those are the agents that we want to talk to. Those are the agents that I want on my team. And And that being said, if you're not at that level yet and you want some advice, I'm very happy to talk to you. But the reality is the experienced agents are the ones that I want to recruit.
Yeah, and you've done a great job so far in bringing a number on, so well done.
Thank you.
Been great having you on. Maybe do one in December, see if you hit the 25.
Let's do one next year, January or February next year.
All right, I'd like that. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you having me back on again.
Cheers.